Right, today I'm going to do, as promised, a couple of days ago, a strawberry roulade, meringue roulade. First of all, you need 5 egg yolks, egg whites. So I'm going to show you how to split them now and without just doing shell to shell. I've got 275 grams or 10 ounces of caster sugar here. I've got my bowl here for this, and I've got my mixer. I've got the oven on 190. So we're just going to crack on with this now, and I'll show you how to split an egg the easy way. I've got nice clean hands. I've washed them, which you need for this because I'm going to be handling the eggs. So we're going to do this. I'm going to put it over the top of my bowl. I'm just going to tip it into my hand. You just move your fingers around gently. There is no need to do shell to shell. Okay, I'm going to give my dogs the egg yolks because it's good for them. So just let that run off, put it in your hand, swap hands, just wiggle your fingers about, let it go through. This way you're guaranteeing getting all the white off, none left in the shell. We'll just run through your fingers, and there you go. I'm just going to get these done quickly. So you don't want any yolk in here at all, and if there's any grease in your bowl at all, you need to make sure the bowl is completely grease free. So if you get any grease, just a drop of grease in here in this bowl that I'm doing the egg whites in, it won't mix together properly. You just end up wasting the eggs, and there's no more to it really than that, because it just won't thicken, it won't go like you need it to. So completely grease free hands and bowl. And you dropped one then. Okay, so they're going to my dogs. That's going to be whisked. Wash my hands. In case you're wondering what the 2 tea towels are here for, it's in case my phone drops off, by the way. I don't want it smashing. So the trick to this now, you've got to sort of start it off quite slowly. Okay, I'm just going to whisk these eggs when I've turned the toaster on. You're going to whisk them now to quite low, and at the same time I'm going to add a small amount of sugar. So I'm going to keep adding the sugar. We want to get this to a nice peak. Just every few seconds add a little bit more sugar. I'm going to turn the thing up a little bit now. You might not be able to hear me, but just bear with me. I'm adding sort of about 3 tablespoons at a time in there. You don't need to measure it exactly. Just chuck it in within reason. And just keep it in. You see it starts going a nice white now. It'll start thickening shortly. You don't want this on too high to start. See my big fat belly in the camera? Beautiful. Can do this in 2 more. I'll turn it up a little bit more now. I'm going to add the rest. So we've got this 275 grams or 10 ounces of caster sugar. Just continue whisking this now. It'll just take 2 or 3 minutes, so I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, so I've beat this now. I want it to this consistency. It's almost to a peak. It's very warm in my kitchen today. I've got a baking tray here with greaseproof paper over the top. It recommends on the recipe that you use a baking tray that's 13 inches by 9 inches. This one's a little bit bigger because I thought it came out a bit thick on that. So this is your meringue. So I'm now going to spread this over the greaseproof. I want to pretty much cover most of this. It is quite a big baking tray, so you've got to imagine this is going to be the size of your roulade. So we're just going to spread that out nice. Put a little bit more here. And like I said, my oven is on 190 degrees. It's a fan oven. They recommend that just for a normal oven that isn't a fan oven, around about 2 to 210. 200 should be ample. So I'm just going to spread this out a little bit more. I'm hoping this turns out because it's only the second time I've ever done it. We had a bit of a trial run the other day and it was beautiful. But I recommend that I think the oven wasn't high enough. So I've turned it up a little bit. So we've spread that out on there now. I have here some flaked almonds. I'm just going to scatter some of these on the top. What was the recipe recommendation for this flaked almonds, Rose? Was it 200 grams or something? What was it? Sorry? Oh Christ almighty, I was a bit out there. It's 50 grams. Well, I reckon that's about 50 grams judging by the amount I put on last time. I'll have a couple more because I like my flaked almonds. Okay. Now I'm going to bake this in the oven. It's going to go in for 8 minutes. So I'm going to put a timer on my phone as soon as I put it in. Then, once it's been in for 8 minutes, I'm going to turn the oven down to 160 and bake it for a further 15 minutes. And then it's going to come straight out. I'm going to flip it over. You'll see all that shortly. But I'm just going to put it in the oven right now. Like I said, I've got mine 190 and it's going to go in there for 8 minutes. Turn down to 140, 150, and then I'm going to bake it for a further 15. Right, while the meringue's in the oven now, I'm going to beat together. I've got in here 200 millilitres of natural Greek yogurt. Okay, as long as it's a natural yogurt, that's fine. Don't go buying ski strawberry and all that shit. Not that kind of yogurt. Natural Greek yogurt. As long as it's a natural yogurt, unsweetened, 200 millilitres. And I've got 150 millilitres of double cream. Okay, I'm going to whisk these together and I'm going to put them in the fridge, ready to spread on the meringue along with the fruit. You'll see what I mean when it comes along. So I'm just going to whisk these now. It'll take a couple of minutes. Okay, so this is quite thick now. It's won't even fall off the back of my spoon. That's how I want it. If I'd done that anymore, then it would basically turn to butter. So this is exactly how I want it. Okay, it took probably 2 or 3 minutes at the outside on a sort of medium speed on my whisk. If you haven't got an electric whisk like I've got, and you've got a good strong wrist, then bang in there with a. Well, I've got a good strong wrist, but I don't like using a whisk. But anyway, before I was rudely interrupted, you know, use a good whisk, a good beating whisk, and you can do that. But it'll take a little bit longer. Completely up to you. Out of the oven, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to put a piece of greaseproof paper over the top, same size, and I'm going to put one of these over the top of that, so the legs are on the bottom. Okay. I'm then going to attempt. I don't drop it. You just hold it like that. You've got the tray underneath, pavlova on top. You said pavlova. The meringue on the top. And I'm just going to flip it over. Okay. I'm going to just take that off, which is bloody hot. I'm going to clean all that off. Now I've got to leave that to cool for 10 minutes. That's perfect. That's just nice and soft, not too crispy. I'm going to make sure it's sat on my tray correctly. Use one of these trays so the air can get underneath and it can cool the whole thing. If you use a flat tray, something like that to cool it on, it won't cool anywhere near in time. I need this to cool quickly. So 10 minutes and then we'll come back and I'll put the cream on and the fruit that's going to go on top of there, and then we're going to attempt to roll it and we'll see how we go. Right, so this has come out of the oven. It's been resting now for about 10-15 minutes. I don't want to rest it any more than that because it'll go too crispy. So now this is the cream and yogurt mix that I had together. I'm going to spread this out. been in the fridge, so you know it's not been sat anywhere warm. I'm just going to spread this out on the top. I'm going to get a smaller spoon because that's too big. Easy with a smaller spoon. Okay. Oh, this is looking good. Should we have a piece of this one? We didn't have a piece of the last one, did we? Still in the bloody fridge. Okay, spread that out on there. Beautiful. Oosh! So here, you can put whatever fruit you want in this. Mary Berry reckons, what'd she say, strawberries? Well, we're having a bit of strawberries. Just going to put these on here. We're going to have some raspberries. Scatter them mofos all over there with a couple of blackberries. And we're going to have some blackberries.
And blueberries.
Blueberries as well. I'll put the blueberries on in a minute with the blackberries. I'll put them on there. Rest of the strawberries. You're smart, aren't you, aren't you? Hey, just because you work in fucking Marks and Spencer's and you're out what's best. Right. Now hopefully, like I said, this is only the second time I've done this. Mary Berry reckons this works perfect, and you have to roll it tight. So you lift the greaseproof up and you push it in nice and tight. Then lift the greaseproof again, push it over. If this works out, I'm going upstairs for a Tommy tank. And we roll it again. Oh, beautiful! I did not think that was going to work. Did you? Mate. Right, hang on. What the way something? Let's just get one of our plates, which is absolutely perfect for this. That worked amazing. So let's just be gentle and put that on there. There, my friends, is a... Why are you looking on the floor? There, my friends. Right. No, don't be stupid. I'll knock you out. There, my friends, is a... Well, it's a mixed berry fruit yogurt creamy roulade thingamajig, and it's absolutely. Just let me get a knife. Just need to cut the end off so we can see inside it. Oh, wow. Let's just get rid of that bit. Look at that! That worked out better than the first one by far. I've got to have a taste of this. You having a taste of this? You having some in your face? Oh, that's good shit. Listen. Oh my god, that's good. Follow this recipe to the letter, and believe me, if you're nice and gentle when you're rolling it, that is one of the nicest things I've ever tasted in my life. You've got to taste this, Rosemary.
Can you hurry up now?
Guys, knock yourselves out. Enjoy this. Get the kids involved. Beautiful.